Hello, everybody. It's Daryn Wood, and welcome back to another episode of The Gift of Gab. Blah, 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 blah.
The Gift of Gab.
This is my beautiful, wonderful best friend, Haugen. Say hello.
Hi.
And so now that we're at about 10 episodes, I thought I'd take this episode to talk a little bit about us. Talk a little bit about ourselves. Maybe talk about a little bit of our lore. Kind of maybe how we got into D&D, what our story is, all that stuff.
Our origin story.
Yeah, our origin story. Our handbook. Yeah. Anyway.
We're players.
I think we talked about it. We talked about it briefly in one of the previous episodes. But how we got into D&D was through my boyfriend, my partner, but at that point, just friend. So I was watching Harmontown.
Love that show.
Yeah, that led me to Harmon Quest. And then Dan found out that I was watching Harmon Quest, and he was like, "Oh, you're liking D&D. You should listen to NADPOD." Of course, instantly fell in love.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. My boyfriend is the only reason why.
Yeah.
Not a stereotype. Not me perpetuating a stereotype in real time. Fuck. I mean,
Not us building our entire personalities around your boyfriend's
Oh
interest.
my God. Kill me. Actually kill me. Not my entire identity around a man.
Wait, why did I do it too?
It's not even my boyfriend. So he got me to NADPOD. I immediately was obsessed. And then so Allie and I have been best friends since we were 15 years old. We met at work, and so we're just obsessed with each other. People always talk about soulmates and stuff. Dan is the love of my life.
Yeah.
Dan's the love of my life. Okay, I love him to death. Love of my life, but Allie is also the love of my life.
Yeah.
Allie is my soulmate.
Forever and ever, bestie.
I don't know. It's it was one of those things that because we met at work.
Mm-hmm.
We met at work in high school, and we have just been together ever since.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was actually super annoying. We met at work, and then from I think the time we met, we hung out every day for a year. And you guys think I'm exaggerating? We were counting little psychopaths.
Yeah. 100%.
We were oh, it's the 200th day. It was guys.
Yeah. We were quite cute or very annoying.
I don't know, whatever one it is. And then interestingly enough, after the first year that we met, Allie and I have never lived in the same city since we were 16.
Mm-hmm.
We met when we were 16, fell in love, best friends forever, and then she moved to Minnesota, and I see Allie more than I see people who live in the city that I live in.
Yeah.
I live in San Francisco, and I see people way more than I see Allie way more than I see people who live here.
Likewise. Same with people that live in the same city as me.
Yeah.
And I see you far more often than maybe there's somebody that lives a 15-minute drive away and I haven't seen them in a
That's
year.
friendship, baby. But anyways, all that to say is when I start liking something, I can't not talk about it with Allie. And so we have a lot of aligned interests in the way that we consume things and stuff, media content, whatever. Yeah. So I'm if I love something, I'm you have to love it too.
and D&D, especially NADPOD, aligned so perfectly with our sense of humor and our style of we're very bit heavy in our real life sense of humor.
Yeah.
And so being put onto a podcast about something that we're wait a minute.
Yeah.
This seems we would be great at it. We would enjoy it. Why aren't we playing this?
Yeah.
And thus began the search for our first DM.
Dude, finding a DM in the beginning was really hard.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna skip ahead for just a sec to say it would have been a lot easier if I had remembered to tell my brother that my new interest was D&D. But I didn't. So we spent about a year tracking down people that friends of a friend that could DM for us.
Sorry, we talked about this in a previous episode.
Dropping games at Comic-Con.
Story repeating, but we talked about this in a previous episode. But Allie's her brother's. It's not just something. It's his literal favorite thing in the world. He has tattoos. I've also
He's
known
played it for years and years and years and years.
I've also known Bradley since I was 15, so I've known him just as long. This is but somehow, some way. We were just like, who can we play D&D with?
Yeah.
Who do we know that was
Genuinely. It was a genuine struggle. We tried so hard.
Yeah.
And we made it work. We found people.
We did drop-in games. We went to Comic-Con drop-in game. Like, we really were out there. And you know what's funny? It's like, also, my lovely and beautiful friend Devin Chulik, who owns Total Party Chill and Start Playing Games.
Hey, Devin.
Yeah, like, would have loved Start Playing Games when I first started playing D&D. What the fuck, bro? I'm on these, like, sketchy-ass, like, Facebook groups being like, yeah, strange man, I'll come to your house. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I was really putting myself out there.
I'm going to drop-in games with the worst DM ever.
Yeah. But, shout out Bradley. But actually, our first time we ever played D&D was actually...
That was fun. I got really drunk and...
It was a magical night
yeah.
for me.
It was fun. Was that the same weekend as Comic-Con?
No, that was the night that, like, me and Dan went from the friend zone to
that...
the end zone.
Wait, you're right. I forgot that was the first time that literally Dan was our DM.
Yeah, so Dan, my boyfriend now, he had been friends for a really, really long time. Not like, so, I guess, like, the years. Like, 3-5 years or whatever. And, like, we just had stayed friends, whatever. And, like... I don't know. Things were getting flirtatious, whatever.
The chem was chemming.
The chem was chemming. And since he knew that we were into D&D, it was Allie's birthday. They were both visiting me. And he was like, you know, it'd be a really great thing to do. Like, why don't I just kind of like DM like a little one shot for you guys and we can all play D and you guys play D&D for the first time. We're like, oh my God, that would be so awesome. Like,
I just realized that we have both gifted a DM, we have both gifted D&D games to each other for our birthdays.
I think we do that gift a lot.
Yeah, I think we do.
Actually, in retrospect, we do that a lot for a lot of people.
Oh, I get to do my favorite thing that is your favorite thing?
Yeah.
Together?
It's a great gift. So I guess it's congratulations.
Yeah.
It's our 4-year D&D anniversary because it was my 4-year anniversary recently. Because... I don't know. Yeah, that night we were all playing D&D, and then we ended up getting like really drunk and just like eating cake and like having a good time and stuff. And
that was fun, and that's kind of where
I'm like, should I tell the story?
Where the D&D love began, where the romance began.
Maybe I'll clean it up a little. Maybe we'll cut this out. I don't know. But basically, we're all at my house, and I'm like sitting outside with Allie. And I'm like, we're sitting there and I'm like, and at this point, Dan's already like asleep. And I was like, I think I want to hook up with Dan. And Allie looks at me and she's like, you should hook up with Dan. And I'm like, he's already asleep. Like, I don't know. Like, shut up. And she's like, you should hook up with Dan. I'm like, what do I even do? He's already asleep. Like, how do I like initiate that? And she's like, and to this day, guys, hot. This is smooth. She's like, go into there and then be like, I can't sleep. Can you sleep? And I was like, damn, that's smooth.
Can't sleep. Let's just hang out a little.
Yeah, I'm like, that's so smooth. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I literally got up and was like, hey, good luck. And then Allie's like, good night. And goes to sleep. And then I'm like, oh, I can't sleep. Do you want to like hang out for a little bit? Just us two? By the way, he's dead asleep because he had flown from like across the country. So I'm like,
yeah, he flew in from New York that day, huh?
I'm like, hey, I can't sleep. Can you sleep?
You're not tired, are you?
And then he was like, no, of course not. I'm awake. And then yeah, guys. Magic happened.
Yes.
Real life magic happened.
Yeah.
Although he like would not get the hint for the longest time. It was like very cute. He's like
the sweetest.
He's a very kind, sweet,
so respectful. To a fault. Like just so respectful, erring on the side of caution and respect.
At the end of it, I had to be like, no, I'm actually trying. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, of course. But yeah.
I love it. And so that's how we got into D&D.
I'm like blushing.
And Daryn got into a relationship.
And we're both still happily together. So
yeah.
It's like, now I just think like D&D has become the main hobby and interest for both of us.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah. It's so crazy how
in
just
such a
that.
short time, because it's only been like 4 years.
Yeah.
And it feels like it's been so much longer because like I think we talked about this in an earlier episode. The way we consume and do shit is just like kind of crazy.
Very obsessive, very, very all in. So we definitely made up for lost time.
Yeah, it's like we don't do things lightly. We're not like,
No.
oh, that could be cool. It's like, oh, we're going to play D&D. Let me read every single book.
Yes.
Let me try to play several times. Like, we went.
I think when I first discovered that I enjoyed D&D, I like 24/7 D&D was on my mind. I could not get enough of it. I was consuming content, whether that was live plays, you know, D20, Critical Role, NADPOD, all the content in all my free time. And then in my other free time, I was like scheduling games. I had our Monday game. I think I had a Tuesday game. There were drop-in games on Wednesdays.
Building
I had
characters.
An occasional super bad and flaky Thursday game, but I was desperate for it. I was like, if I had a free evening, I was going to play some D&D.
Well, it felt like something kind of like lit up in my brain. Like when I discovered D&D, it was kind of like, and I know a lot of people feel this way.
Yeah.
It felt like everything that I wanted. You know what I mean? Like everything that I like, everything that I enjoy, everything that I want to do, like wrapped up into one thing.
Yeah. That is the perfect
I don't know if I'll keep
sentiment
that
for
in
it.
the edit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought that was,
but if
I think that was a beautiful.
If I do, it was like, 'cause it was such a mini burp. But if I do keep that in there, I guess I burp a lot. Back when I used to stream, hey, you're in the camera. Back when I used to stream a lot on like Twitch and YouTube, like my viewers used to do a burp count. Sorry, I've edited it out in a lot of other videos. I might keep it in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know. A little bit about me. I burp a lot. Sorry. At least I'm not farting and ripping ass all day long. But what the fuck were we even? Oh yeah, like it's like everything that I want to do. Like it's nerd stuff, which we're already like have a proclivity for, that we're already into. It is like kind of like performing. It's like it's like role playing. It's like acting a little bit. It's like creativity. It's story. It's hanging out with your fucking friends for hours. Like, and then like also just like kind of like the like even like dweeby side of it, like moving towards a common goal with a group of people kind of just like rules.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
Exactly. And like I love a game night with friends. I feel like it's one of the better ways to have, you know, genuine bonding experiences with people. And I also love a collaborative game. Yeah. So D&D checks that box for me, is that I get to, you know, achieve a goal alongside my friends. Like that's way more fun to me than sometimes like I'll play other games for sure, like card games or other board games, but I feel like the majority of the tones of game nights are team PvP or individual PvP for the most part. I mean, I really think that a lot of the other games that I play are competitive in that way, which are fine and I still have fun, but I love a collaboration.
I'm just thinking of like, and I'll look right into the camera. You guys know this is true. My my sister and my brother-in-law they love board. You think you love board games? No. My sister and brother-in-law fucking love board games. And so there's nothing they love more than a game. If we're all hanging out, it's like, oh, what's this? Like a board game is like creeping into the frame. Like,
how did that get set up here?
But they're so competitive. It's so fucking annoying. And so every time I'm with my sister, which is like a lot, it's like somehow we're like getting roped into this like 3-hour fucking board game where they're just trying to like annihilate each other. And like, and I get my ADD, I can't, I'm like zoned out. I'm like in another dimension. I just like sometimes just like get up and stop playing. And then my sister's like, are you fucking serious right now? Like it's the whole thing. And so like I do get exhausted by competitive gameplay sometimes. I'm like, I don't, you win. Yeah. Okay. Like you win. And so getting to play a game where there's like not really a winning, it's like, it's more of like figuring things out as you go. Oh my God, dream come true.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dream come true.
I love it. I love it so much. I love D&D. I mean, that's probably why we're all here and you guys are listening, because we all love D&D. Dude, so D&D. You guys get it.
You get it. You get it.
You get it.
You get it. We do a couple more episodes. Maybe we'll get a little bit heavier into the Ally and Daryn lore.
Yeah.
How we came to be. But I just wanted to give you guys a little insight into like our journey into D&D. You know what I mean? Hey, get into it. You can start anytime.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, same with us. Like, I didn't even take the cheat shortcut of having my wonderful brother intro us in DM and teach us all about it, which he did eventually do because we got around to that. But, you know, the same way we got in is we did drop-in games. A lot of game stores do them, or Devin has Start Playing Games, an awesome platform to get online and find a DM, find a group of people, find out your play style, and get going. Get playing D&D. Play Baldur's Gate. That's really fun.
Start playing games.
Yeah.
Devin cuts me
Start playing games. Start playing.
There's a link at the bottom of the screen.
No, you're not hearing me. Start playing
games. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us for another blibbity bloop blah 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 blah.
The gift of gab.
The gift of gab. Hi, everybody.
Bye.